Hi, I'm Nid, a karma guide, supporting people with integrating change in the most joyful way that we can live this human life. And I also support businesses, people who offer their beautiful, creative and conscious businesses to this world with ways in which it is that we can do even more service through connecting into all of the ways in which we are evolving and growing. In this video, I wanted to touch on how we can be more present with our cash flow. So I'm aware that many of you, if you are in a healing or teaching conscious world, you may be self-employed. And that means that you probably have that experience of money doing ups and downs and all over this stuff, and it can be quite unsettling. But even if you're not self-employed, there is a story that we like to share in this world, and in particular at these times, around how there's going to be scarcity. There's going to be a running out of money, there's not going to be enough, and therefore you need to hoard and store lots of it. And so you get really busy with how can you make lots of money so that you can be secure, so that you can feel free and stable from all of those scary, worrisome ups and downs that happen. And yet it's an illusion. It's an illusion that you're going to be stable, that you're going to be secure, and that you can prevent things that may happen that may mean that at some point your bank account is empty and you are needing to ask for some support from other people in your life. And that is the nature of the flow of energy. And so we can get very caught up in wanting it always to be the high, always wanting to be in the good mood, always wanting the best moments, and forgetting that there are days where we're tired, where we don't feel so awesome. And that's the same with your cash flow. That's the same with your money. So we need to recognize these highs and lows in the way in which money comes through, and not get caught in the down phase being I'm empty, I'm in lack, I am not enough, but recognizing that also when we're on that high, we're also not I am now abundant and rich, and be generous. We can be generous when we're down, and we can be generous when we're up. We can also be taking care of ourselves and giving ourselves a quiet, restful time, even when there's a lot going on. We don't want to stop connecting to what it's like to have the lack of resources that can be available when we're in that empty place. And so number one with cash flow is going to be a savings strategy. And any person who works with teaching you money is going to be saying you should be saving from penny one. As soon as you've earned $1, you should be putting 10 cents into that dollar for savings. Now maybe 10% seems quite high for you, but a side story would be, I was told of someone who in their 30s began putting $20 a month into a pension. Didn't seem like that much, wasn't sure it was going to do very much, and now, you know, it's 160,000 later when you add in that investment strategy, interest accruing, and that 20 a month over 30 years. And so this is a saving strategy where we can really accumulate wealth and take care of ourselves for those times when maybe we are not going to have access to the same level of cash flow. And so when the abundance comes in, we go straight into thinking about where do we need to save money. So that's step number one. Really important is to have a separate account where you're putting away savings, preferably if you've got an investment approach as well, if you're a bit younger, towards some kind of pension approach that is going to be taking care of you in the future. Lots of little pots of savings can be far more useful than one big pot as well, because then what you can do is you can separate out what the savings are for. Some savings are for fun adventures and investments in new things, whether it's your new business or your new home or your new family member, you're going to need to have that savings set aside to invest in those things. And then you will want to still have a different savings for like the rainy day scenario when things go wrong. And I can say, as someone who, when I was a lawyer, seemed like cash was okay, I had a nice regular salary. When I had my brain injury, there was no salary, there was no cash, the savings were gone very quickly, and I was on disability benefits and receiving the benefit and the generosity of other people homing me and buying me cups of tea and food. And so you will always be cared for, you will always be provided for if you are willing to ask for help. And if you are open to looking at the resources that might be available when things are challenging. So this is point number 2. So we have our saving strategy, and then we also have to be open to asking for help and receiving that help graciously. If you are adamant that you have to do it alone, that it's all on you, then it's going to be very hard for you to receive the support that is available to you and available to your business. And so we want to be really gracious and willing to receive when money opportunities come your way, even if it doesn't seem like they're in any way connected to your business. The next stage is that fear of where's the next client coming from. And I remember really operating from this in those early days of beginning my business, because you'd see one job and you'd be like, yes, a bit of money, but what am I going to do until the next one? And when we're in that fear mode, we're not going to attract a client. We are not going to be making business, because we're in a place where most people are going to be like, oh, you stink of fear. And so we want to be really feeling abundant and resourced in order to attract in our clients. So whatever it is that's going to help you with remaining really present, rather than buying into those stories of lack, of someone's not going to come your way. Now, you may have tools that help you with becoming more present. And I have shared videos throughout this month that can really resource you with breathing techniques, with mindfulness techniques. And if you go into the Embody Life Sanctuary, there's also some around diet and food that can help to support you. So there are many ways in which we can support ourselves, but when it often comes to business, we can get a bit preoccupied and try to kind of go into a crazy work phase, trying to look for clients, and it isn't a good energy. And so the best thing you can do is to get yourself into a really good place where you just feel really open and receptive to humans. Because remember, when you are engaging a client, you are receiving. You're receiving their willingness to change. You're receiving their desire for healing. You're receiving their healing through you, and you're a conduit. And so you need to get into a receptive state to bring that client and receive them into your business. So be mindful of if it triggers I need to go get clients, because that may actually not be the supportive energy. If part of your marketing is that you need to do some, then you need to get yourself into that fun, engaged state that people will want to be in your presence before you come into doing that marketing activity, rather than marketing from I need clients, where are you going to come from? So you can look back to some of the older videos around inspirational marketing, aspirational services, ways in which it's going to really attract people to be engaged and interested in what it is that you are offering. And with that, there's going to be a whole host of, sensible things like clarity over what it is that you're offering, your communication style, making sure it meets who your clients are. So take some time to really help yourself to relax and to rest and come into that positive state, so that then when you do your marketing activity, whatever it is that lights you up and helps you connect with people and really be your best communication skills, that's when it is that we want to take that action. And outside of that, you're going to take care of yourself to be in an open and receiving place, to connect with the energy of these people, how wonderful it is that you enjoy being with them, that you enjoy their presence, you enjoy the process of being with your clients. And just allow yourself to really nourish yourself in that time, in that energy of what it's like when you have clients and how much you love it. Because that is the energy that creates more of that energy. So being in gratitude for those clients that you've had and remembering them for all the wonderful things that they have brought you. Because we know that this is, you reap what you sow. This is our law of attraction. The way you put your energy, you manifest more of. So being really mindful of these cycles of lack, these cycles where we drop away from being in that abundant state, that everything is already here for you. You just need to be open and ready to receive it. And in that process, then you can find those actions you need to take from that place of flow that will connect and uplift people into wanting to be with you in your business, being supported by you, and with that, a valuable energy exchange for money that will help your cash flow stay nice and buoyant, rather than feeling like it's got too much of an extreme up and down. Have a most wonderful week, and if you want to learn more about how I can support your business with its energetic flow, getting that energy really aligned with your soul so that your path is just moves in a coherence and a synchronicity, that it's going to bring in those people to your business that are fully aligned to being their highest self with your highest self, so that you guys can really make some magic, then you may want to look out the Soul Aligned Business, which is a mixture of Akashic record reading, energetic reading and guidance, with also my unique, loyally commercial expertise to guide your business. This is a beautiful 6 to 9 month process that business owners go through, where they begin to get clarity about their energy, their focus, and have more fun in their business. And that brings in more clients, more projects you enjoy, and helps you feel really confident and assured in what it is that brings you the most abundance in your life and fulfillment, because you're more present with who you are, the gifts you're here to radiate, and the people you're here to share it with. Check out the link below, and I look forward to connecting with you and seeing your business blossom. Much love.